Yeah, good morning. Today we will discuss about the learning. What is the general meaning of learning? Learning is a process of acquiring new knowledge or modifying existing knowledge so that will improve our skills. When comes to the humans are learning from by birth to till the death by seeing environment. By looking into the environment, he will update his knowledge and act according to that. When it comes to the machines machines learning denotes change in the system that enables a system to do the same task efficiently the next time. That means it will learns the things from the environment, and it will do the same thing next time with a effective and efficient manner. So that here learning in artificial intelligence that gives machines the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. That means here whatever the machines are there, they are not going to work based upon the programs. So here learning means without programs. It will increases its capability to do works without programming. That is learning in machines. When it comes to the learning in machines, it is the field in computer science that gives the computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. That is the thing. So machine learning is required for what? That is, for what purpose the machines has to learn. Here it plays an important role in improving and understanding the efficiency of human learning. That means here wherever the human is unable to understand things, he is unable to improve his skills efficiency in a particular task, there the systems will able to provide the things to improve the human learning and understanding capabilities. It will increase the human understand capabilities, and it will improve the things learned by the humans. That means human can easily learn those things through the machines. It is used to discover new things not known to humans. That means by the learning, the systems will discover new things. But when it gets knowledge, from that knowledge, it will discovers the new things. So humans are unable to do that. In some cases, humans are unable to do those things. When comes to, for example, when the system is going to gather information from the different sources, and it will process and gives the processed information where humans are unable to do that. Suppose if you train a machine to identify spam and non-spam messages in the mail, it will do it efficiently. When comes to the human, he is unable to differentiate the spam and non-spam messages. So machine can do lot more things better than the human when it learns. There are different types of learnings. In that, the first one is rote learning. It is based upon habitual repetition. The second one is learning by taking advice, that is nothing but through the programs. The third one is learning by example. It is equal. It is same as supervised learning. The last one is learning with problem solving. It is, we may call it as reinforcement learning. Now we will discuss each and every learning different. So when comes to here root learning, when comes to root learning, the root learning, it avoids understanding the inner complexity that focus on memorizing the material so that it can be recalled exactly the way it was read. That means here when it comes to the rote learning, it is nothing but a habitual repetition. By doing repeatedly we will learn the things. Just like when a learner learns a poem by repeating it without knowing the actual meaning of the poem. The same way here in the rote learning, no need of any kind of a meaning of that particular thing. They don't require the complexity, inner complexity of that particular thing. Just we will memorize it by doing habitual repetition, repeatedly memorizing, repeatedly practicing that to learn that. So here that means nothing but when it comes to the children's or kids, they repeatedly practice the poem and they will learn the things. They don't know the meaning of that particular poem or whatever it may be song, but they will memorize that by repeated or habitual repetitions. So here rote learning is two types here: learning by memorization, learning something by repeating. When comes to the learning by memorization, it avoids the inner complexity and focus on memorizing material so that it can be recalled later for some inputs. That means here what it is saying means the thing is repetition. Here we will go with an example, that is here in a classroom the student will take exam. In a classroom a student will take exam by studying for some time, then they will recall at the time of exam. That means they just go with the repeatedly learning that, and whenever there is a test they simply write down the things. They don't want to understand the concept. That means here the best example for this is learning before the test. Next, learning something by repetition. That means in this over and over again we will practice the thing, we will learn the thing, and we will memorize that. That is just like a reading poems by the children. So that is called as rote learning. That is nothing but habitual repetition. The next one is learning by taking